Hi guys, today I wanted to teach you how to remove an old ceiling fan and replace it with a new modern LED one. I went to Home Depot, I got two of these bad boys and I need to hook them up. There's a couple fans in some of the bedrooms that are about 20 years old. They're really ugly and old. They take standard light bulbs and I want to get rid of them. So let's get started. If you see here, I already have two of these in the family room. Over here, I really like these. They're just sleek, modern looking. The LED is supposed to last like 40 years, so you shouldn't ever have to replace it. I also have two in the bedroom, so now I'm gonna have 6 identical fans. Every ceiling fan is gonna look the same, and that brings a crispness and a modernness, sleekness to the house. So I'm excited to get these installed. I'm just gonna show how to install one of them. Obviously, I have to do 2 in total, but for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna take down one of these old fans right here. That is probably from the 1990s, honestly, and time for a modern upgrade. So I'll show you how to take this one down and then use the instructions to put the new one in. First step is assembling these. It takes a few minutes to put them together, screw in all the 5 blades on each fan. Beyond that, the process is not too hard, so I'll walk you through it. Okay, basic assembly, just get the blades on, and then you wanna go ahead and make sure that the other fan is taken off the ceiling, and then you can start getting this new one up. Usually these fans have a screw or 2 holding on this cover, and so we'll take that down and then we can access the bracket that is holding the whole fan up to the ceiling. So let's go ahead and take that down. So you don't have to necessarily install the new bracket. You could potentially use the old one, but depending on the fan and the switch for the remote, it may or may not fit. So you probably just want to swap them out real quick. It just requires 2 screws here on either side to hold it into the junction box in the ceiling. And very easy. So I already went ahead and did that. Now we have a number of additional parts here that need to be assembled onto the fan. Depending on the model of the fan, I really encourage you to read through the instructions. They're typically very easy to follow. One of the most important things is going to be this switch, and this needs to be set up in a way that allows the remote to read it. So if you notice here, there's these 4 toggles, and you're gonna set it in a way, once you have everything installed, that matches the same setup on the back here, and that's how they read each other. So I'm gonna start putting some of the assembly together and then move on to getting it hung up on the ceiling. This is the piece that holds the fan to the ceiling. So we're gonna go ahead and thread that cable through the center of this and then tighten it all up. Last thing before you go to hang it up, make sure you got the motor cover here, and then you're gonna wanna have a screw cover and then the bracket cover, and they all kind of sit like that, and then you'll be able to get it up on the ceiling. So make sure you go ahead and install those before you put that final butt cap on. Okay, so now we want to move on to the electrical. Very important to make sure that the light switch is off, or you might want to go back to your breaker and just flip off the whole room or the side of the house so you eliminate the risk of electrocution. Personally, I've usually found that just turning off the light switch works. You know, tap the wire to make sure that you don't get shocked, and then you can proceed. You know, maybe you want to put on some rubber gloves. But there's only going to be 3 sets of wires. And here's the ground. There should be one coming up from the fan, and then one from the junction box in the ceiling. And then here is the hot wire, and then either the neutral or the cold wire. And then both of those come from our switch, which again, we are pairing with our remote. So once we match these up, then we can push everything in and then get it covered. Here's the receiver for the remote. And then there'll be some screws here at the bottom to cover this up and get this tight to the ceiling. And then here's that screw cover. So let's do that before we go ahead and test it. Okay, so we got everything nice and tight. It's looking sleek. Now we have to go on to install the LED portion. Again, these things are awesome because they last forever and it's super bright. You never have to change a light bulb. We just need to loosen up some screws here so we can get it attached, connect the power supply, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, got everything hooked up, got this LED portion connected, and now I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to test it. So, gonna make sure that the light switch is now on, and then we'll start out with the fan, and let's see if the light works. Beautiful. Ooh, it's looking perfect. The fan does come with a wall holder for the remote. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that right there above the light switch for easy access. And then we'll basically be done. Gotta put the dome on as the final touch here. There's our finished product. We put the frosted dome on, and now we should have a nice, cool, and bright room. Thank you guys so much for watching my fan installation video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, please give me a like. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.